fine yesterday. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Let me tuck this away because I don't want the light reflecting, bouncing back and forth off of the light here. It was fine yesterday. I don't know why. I had this thing set up just perfectly yesterday, and now today it won't set up. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. Anyway, give me one second. We're going to talk about adversity today. Hold on. I got to look for something first on my phone. One second. One second. I probably got enough battery here, right? We got enough battery. All right, I'm going to start this up in a second. One second, guys. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming. All right. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. All right. Adversity will set you free. I'm live here in the Dominican Republic, okay? I'm still down here, guys. I am waiting to come back to the United States to go see an eye doctor to see if my distorted vision is not distorted enough, and I probably need a new prescription because I have my contacts in right now to see if I can possibly even drive again or do anything, without visual impairment or any type of restriction, okay? So, adversity will set you free. I am in a financial bind right now, something that I did not plan. I wasn't expecting for me to have an eye operation. I wasn't expecting me to be in a situation where I couldn't return to work like I normally do. I always just went back and drove the truck. And I realize now that I'm at a point of adversity, and I was worried about it for quite some time. I was very, very worried. What am I going to do about money? Why is this happening to me? And really what's happened is I've kind of found faith in God. And as I've done so, as you guys know, I've been, reading some Bible quotes here online recently. I've realized that adversity is the best thing that can ever happen to you. You should actually thank God if you get, a storm or a challenge in your life, because in reality in life, the only thing that you can do is just turn the page and move forward. There's nothing else you can do. It's your life. You can't control what happens. Not everything, no. Unexpected events happen. Things happen that you didn't want to happen. And adversity is basically the universe, God, stepping in and redirecting your course. Let me give you an example. These are just some examples that I like. Right now, I'm in a financial bind, and I don't know how I'm going to get through it, but I know if I have faith in God and I turn the page, I'm going to get through it. Let me give you some examples that I like. Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years, and then he became the first black president of South Africa. 27 years. Now, if that's not adversity for you, I don't know what story is going to do it for you. Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent. Somebody tried to murder him. Got shot 9 times. Do you think he would have wrote Get Rich or Die Trying if he wasn't shot 9 times? Do you think he would have found the motivation or the strength to get up and become one of the greatest hip hop artists of all time? No. That adversity was the thing that set him loose. The challenges of life, things not working out. Steve Harvey is a very, very successful comedian. Steve Harvey was homeless, living in his car for 3 years in LA, trying to get his career off the ground. Do you think that adversity helped him out? Do you think there was days there where he wasn't sure how this was going to go and why he was in this situation? You just think there was days where he didn't think about giving up? So I don't know what that emoji means. How you doing there? Who are you? I don't know. Who are you? It says you play chess. Oh, chess player. So when you look at your life and you say, wow, things are happening that are good, things that are happening are bad, those bad things are really the best thing that can happen to you. The things that set you back, things that knock you off course, when things don't go your way, that's actually what's going to make your life what it should be. It could redirect your life onto the course that you were intended to be on. And that's what life is. It's a journey. And again, all you can do is turn the page. You can't control all the aspects. But if you keep going, if you put God first and you have faith, you turn the page, you will end up at your proper destination. Okay? So I'm going through a bit of adversity right now. So we're going to read some Bible quotes about adversity in life so we can find some sort of positivity from it. Okay? That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So, when faced with trials, consider it an opportunity for great joy. Yesterday, we were talking about having a crushed spirit, and that's how I was going about things. I was dealing with life with a crushed spirit. I wasn't being happy about things. And I was like, now I look at it as, hey, this is a chance for me to change my life, for it to go in a different direction now, for me to course correct, to fix some of those things that I didn't like because now you're kind of being forced to do it. Something happened to your life that I wasn't expecting this to happen. I didn't want this. I didn't ask for this. Well, that's how life works. That's how the universe works. That's how God works. That's how the world is, It doesn't go the way you want it to go all the time. So we got a couple quotes here. James 1, 2 through 4. Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. That's crazy. A lot of people wouldn't think like that, right? It's like, oh, my life is troubled now. This is an opportunity for great joy. Yeah, well, it is. It is an opportunity for great joy. A lot of times when something comes and sits us down or knocks us off whatever we were doing, it's easy to focus on, oh, well, I was doing this and this happened. Now I can't do this now. It's like, well, think about it. Maybe that happened so that you can do that other thing. Maybe that's what needs to change in your life. Maybe there's something in your life that needs to change. And that adversity is the only way you're going to get there. If you're sitting on your couch comfortable and nothing bad's going on in your life, you're not going to get up and change your life, If we were playing a basketball game, right? And we're on the winning team and we're up 28 points in the fourth quarter, you're not going to play that hard. But if you're down 8 points in the fourth quarter, you're gonna rise to the challenge, right? That's what life does sometimes. Sometimes life knocks you down and puts you in a situation that you don't want to be in, so that you can find the strength within yourself and to strengthen your faith and your relationship with God. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep reading these quotes about verses about adversity. This is James 1, 2 through 4. My brethren, count it all joy. Count it all joy when ye fall into divers temptations, knowing this, that trying of your faith worketh patience. And that's really what it's all about. Understanding that we all need to have patience. When I was saying, Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years. Wow. I mean, I don't even think YouTube's not even 27 years old, just so you know how much time that is. YouTube's not, the application of YouTube isn't even 27 years old. So when you hear that somebody was in jail for 27 years before they became president of their country, I mean, that's absolutely astonishing. And it does teach us a lesson in patience. And however the lesson may come to you is how it comes to you. But patience is what we all need. And, understanding that things don't happen the way we want them to happen. And sometimes it's possible that maybe God runs out of patience and says, hey, this is enough for you going down this course in life. I'm going to shake some things up and make you change, make you do something different or redirect you on the path that you're supposed to be on. Because again, I'll keep saying it. It doesn't matter where you are in life. You just turn the page. That's what life is. If you're still here, you're still breathing, then your story continues. You think there's not successful people who did not have periods in their lives of adversity? I think I watched a video about Elon Musk, and he said when he was trying to get Tesla off the ground, he was putting in like 19-hour days. And the Wall Street was like beating down his stock and nobody believed in him. And he was trying to get these sales in, and he had basically worked himself, into bad health, nearly worked himself to death. But he did it. He didn't give up. He just kept turning the page. He just kept going. It got hard, but he did it. Who was there in that room with Jeff Bezos? You've all seen the picture when he's on his computer and he's got the Amazon banner in the background and he's trying to sell books online, from a room in his house after quitting his job. Like, nobody was riding with him then. He was doing it all on his own. But that's the point of this video. Major adversity should be looked at by all of us as the point before you take off. That major blessing happens in your life, the point before you get on your right path. So if you're going through something bad, have patience and understand, hey, this isn't happening to me because the world hates me or someone's beating me up or, this isn't what was in the cards for me. It's like, no, this is your launch pad. This is your period before things really take off for you. That's the thing you have to understand, because every story starts that way. It always starts off with that period of adversity, struggle, trying to make something happen, and being in a tight spot. I'll give you another example. For example, in an internal combustion motor, there's a cylinder and a piston inside of that cylinder. And then what happens is there's air that comes in, and then there's a spark, and that shoots in fuel, right? So as that piston gets closer to the top, that's where the air and the fuel and the spark comes in, and it shoots it back down. That's pressure. So nothing happens until it's all under pressure, and that's exactly how your life is. That's what adversity is. That pressure is there by the universe, by God, to give you the explosion to move your life in a new direction. Okay? Let me keep reading. We're going to read some more quotes, all right? Let's see what else we can find here. Oh, okay, this is good. We're trying to read this for a little bit. Bible verse for times of adversity. I appreciate all you watching, liking, sharing, and if you are watching, please hit the like button, okay? I'd appreciate it very much. We all experience adversity. We all experience times of adversity in our lifetime. As the saying goes, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Turn to God and His words during times of adversity for strength and comfort. When we put our faith in Him, He will help guide us to the path of happiness and peace. One of the other things I've realized too is that a lot of people feel like, I don't want to have faith or believe in God because, that means like I can't sin or, things like that. It's like, well, we all sin anyway, okay? The thing is that you're supposed to ask God, for guidance, as you're moving through life. That's the whole point. Like, God already knows that we sin. We all sin. We live in the world. The world is based on sin. That's what it is. You know what I mean? We all do things that are wrong. We're trying to be the best people that we can. But, if you talk to God about it, He's going to help you get on that right path to peace. You know what I mean? Peace and happiness. We are pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not despair. That's adversity, right? Pressed on every side, but not crushed. And see, it's that pressure that's going to force you to do something, that's going to, propel you out into the world on your right path, Persecuted, but not abandoned, stuck down, but not destroyed. That's very, very important. Struck down, not abandoned, not destroyed, and persecuted as well. And this is for everybody. I know we've all gone through this. I already gave you guys plenty of examples. This is how it is. This is how life is, So let's read the next quote, or the next verse. It's Philippians 4:12 and 13. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Now you guys got to remember, okay, so I'm going through a tough time in my life right now, but a lot of people that I know, especially in the United States, we as Americans are very, very complacent. So if you're here, okay, so I'm talking to you through the camera in my phone and streaming this to YouTube live. So Obviously, I have everything that I need, right? I've been provided for this day. And in the United States, we have gotten so accustomed to having so much that we often forget to say, wow, I'm thankful that I have this shirt and I have AirPods and I have this phone and I'm in a hotel room. I had something to eat today. I have water to drink. So my life hasn't completely fallen apart. It's just that the universe, God has put me under pressure, and that pressure is designed to force you into getting out of your comfort zone. No one's going to get out of their comfort zone if you're completely comfortable and you don't have to worry about anything. How else is the universe or God going to get you to change if he doesn't apply pressure to your life? It's not to destroy you. It's not to break you, as that one quote was saying. It was saying that it says, you'll be persecuted but not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. It's not supposed to destroy you. It's supposed to force you out of your comfort zone. It's supposed to force you to figure it out. It's supposed to force you to do something differently in your life. And that is how I am approaching it, and that's how I'm looking at it. I don't have all the solutions right now. I don't have all the answers. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to turn the page and I'm going to have faith in God while I do it. Okay, so let's read Proverbs 24:10. If you falter in the time of trouble, how small is your strength? Okay, that's a really good verse, because as I was explaining, the time of trouble is the catalyst for your great success. Okay, I gave you plenty of examples already. So how small is your strength? So when trouble comes into your life, when adversity comes into your life, that's a chance for you to see how strong you actually are. That's the whole point. It's like, you're going to do stuff that you're like, wow, I didn't even know I could do that, but I would have never tried it if I didn't have those problems pop up in my life. If I didn't have those people who were messing with my life, I didn't have those people who were stealing from me. If I didn't have that injury, if I didn't have my health fail on me at that moment, I wouldn't have, come to this conclusion or tried that other thing. That's the whole point. You know what I mean? That's a really good quote. If you falter in the time of trouble, how small is your strength, right? Because pressure makes you realize how strong you are. 1 Peter 5:10. And God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little while. Okay, we all have to suffer in life. Everyone suffers. I even give you examples where, presidents and billionaires have, gone through adversity. Will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. That's right. Just like a diamond, and you've heard that expression many, many times, The pressure is what's going to make you great. That's what's going to make you great, is the pressure. So if you're going through adversity in your life, if you're going through a hardship, you're going through trouble, and I know right now in the United States, there's a ton of people who are going through it. There's a lot of issues going on right now that are affecting a lot of people. Understand that this is your opportunity to find out how strong you really are. It might put you in a spot that you never thought you would be in. We all remember COVID, right? COVID changed all of our lives. And people ended up doing things at the end of COVID. I never thought I'd end up doing this, but I mean, that pressure of COVID, not being able to work, some people had to stay at home, that changed everybody's life and forced them into a different direction. Now a lot of people are saying, wow, look what I'm doing now. I never thought I would be doing this. But that pressure, that adversity forced me into this, and it got me on the path that I was supposed to be on in life. So I'm going to read one more, and then I'm going to wrap it up here. So we're going to read James 1, 2-4. Consider it pure joy. Wow, pure joy when you're going through hard times, right? It's tough to be joyous, you know what I mean? Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. That's right. Let perseverance finish its work. That means let God cook. You know what I'm saying? Let God cook. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be matured and complete, not lacking anything. I think I'm going to leave it right there. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please hit the like button. subscribe. Please rewatch this. This is live, but it's obviously going to be reposted to my page. I thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.